In Kenya, Islamic militants stormed a college and targeted Christian students. 13 hours later, at least 147 people are dead.
I'm sure you have checked out your phone or your laptop and looking for security advice on traveling to Kenya, because your next trip will be in Kenya. But it's written all about terrorism, health issue, kidnapping, crime. Even here it's stated as level 2 and red warnings everywhere. I get these questions from you guys all the time, and as you guys know, the ones who have been following me, my name is Sinja and I've been traveling over the last 7 years in Kenya as a female solo traveler, and since 8 months now I have increased my family. I'm traveling as well with my baby boy, and of course sometimes you wonder, I'm like, is it really safe? So to give you a good answer for this video, I would like to put it down into 3 categories. So the first section is, where is it not safe to be in Kenya? Where is it not safe to travel at all? Like things you should avoid going. The second one is that how can I travel safe? So I would like to share all my advice as a female solo traveler, which I have gathered my learnings over the past 7 years. And last, the third one is, how can I calm down myself and also my partner or my family? Because I have a lot of solo travelers as well following my channel, and their parents, the same in my case. When I traveled to Kenya the first time, I was really young. So my parents freaked out, and I understand that your loved ones are worried about you. And of course, don't forget yourself. So I will share some of the strategy I got myself to overcome that fear of traveling. Okay? Excited? Hit the subscribe button and the like button if you're excited. It's not safe to go anywhere near to the borders. It doesn't matter if it's Somalia, South Sudan or Ethiopia, because there's a high risk of terror attacks. And yes, that's true. But it's very simple, because none of my clients, like I am a travel consultant and I've been consulting clients over the last hundreds of clients over the past couple of years, and no one ever anyway puts such an area in the itinerary. The only thing which is close to the border, border in Somalia, which a lot of people put in the itinerary, is going to Lamu Island. And Lamu Island is safe as long as you take a flight to get there. So the surrounding areas, because then I tell them, okay, you cannot travel there by car or by public transport. This is not safe. But if you fly in, then you're good to go. So I think just to have that in mind is good. But on the other hand, I feel like there's a lot of overthinking and a lot of fear going out, which makes you worried, because of course you don't know what is happening in Kenya right now. And I don't want to say that everything is 100% safe. I'm not saying that. But myself, as a solo traveler, there was not a single situation where I felt unsafe because of crime or terrorism or any similar situation. Because let me tell you the truth. The most horrible, I would say, what can happen is that maybe your handbag or your phone or something similar can snatch. And that truly has happened to several of my clients, or to several also. I used to volunteer a lot in the areas where I used to volunteer, or from our volunteer side, especially if you go out in the evenings to a club to party, and then your handbag is not safe and all these things, or you walk in crowded areas. So apart from, number one, checking out where exactly you're going to make sure that this one is safe, the second part to avoid as a traveler in Kenya is any crowded place, any crowded areas, which can happen in any town. For example, especially in Nairobi and Mombasa, as there are just so many people, and people like traveling to Mombasa or Nairobi to just check it out and get a feeling for the towns. So crowded places, especially downtown Nairobi, Eastleigh Nairobi, places where there are the buses, or in Mombasa the ferry, or Old Town Mombasa. So these are really the only places where I would not tell you, you can walk alone, yes, but if you do so, then take care of your belongings. And also, myself, from my side, a tip is that I recently just traveled to Mombasa and checked out Diani Beach. Like, I stayed there for the last 2 months. Now I'm here in Malindi. I have intense traveled the coast. And if you travel to Mombasa and you want to go on a tour, because there's amazing, like, the street food is just amazing there. And to see Old Town is a very historical place and one of my most favorite places in Mombasa. So there it is only, like, it's recommended to go with a guide. And now I'm talking about, which also takes me already to point number 2, how to be safe, how to travel safe. So when you plan your itinerary, it's always good to get a guide, like someone who knows the area. My phone, I always take it and carry it directly at my body. Like, when I go out, doesn't matter where I go, it's never in my handbag, because when they come to snatch, they will snatch your bag, or they open your bag without you even knowing. They are that smart, I'm telling you. Especially in Nairobi. People are so smart. Like, I don't even know how they do it. They steal it in such a fast way that you might realize when you're at home, or when you're looking for your phone because you want to pay something, or your wallet. So, security tip, take only the things you really need to carry. Like, think about it. Do you need your laptop right now? Do you need your camera? If so, anywhere where you go with a camera, get someone local from that area who can take you around, who can make sure you are safe. And then you are safe. Like, there's nothing I worry about when I travel with a local. So I feel 100% safe, and I can just do and continue with my things. Another really important point is, to be safe, is that you should not travel at night. And by night, I mean already start of darkness. So in Kenya, sun goes down by around 6:15, 6:30. So then it's already dark. So please, doesn't matter even if it's just a distance of half a kilometer, whatever, like 100 meters, 200 meters. If it's a dark road, do not, never, ever walk alone in darkness. Taxis here, it's so cheap. Please get a driver you know, or at least use Uber or Bolt or an app which can take you around, just to make sure that you are safe while you're traveling. And here in Malindi right now, I just came to a situation. So guys, I just came home from that trip, and I had a very, very bad experience with the tuk-tuk driver. And the tuk-tuk is like the small cars we used to go around in a local way. And okay, we didn't agree upfront on the price, but I also did not realize that he was clearly drunk. And when we came home, I refused to pay him the amount he's asking for, because it was just super ridiculous. I mean, I'm not a tourist, I stay here, I live here, I know the prices, and overcharging me triple of the price only because of my color is simply not fair. So he really, really annoyed me, and I just paid him half of the amount. I stepped out of the tuk-tuk, and then he followed me, he held me, he started accusing me verbally. I have to pay this and this amount, he cannot let me go like that. And I was holding my baby on the other hand, so I was like, what the hell? Then he came even closer, and he didn't stop. Like, he's like, I want my money, pay me my money now. And he was clearly drunk, which, as I said, I did not realize when he was driving us. And he was so super aggressive. Tip here is, go with a driver you know. If you don't know anyone, get someone who can help you, maybe from the tour company you book with, or the hotel you are staying in, just to make sure that you are safe. And another thing which really helps, and yeah, it's like kind of a bit tricky, I understand, but try to be as much as possible confident. Like, walk with self-confidence, even if you don't know. There were so many situations in Kenya. I had no clue where I am, where I'm going, how much does it cost, how to even get there. But if you just walk around and you are afraid like someone will snatch your phone, your bag, and you show this, then people, I feel like they know. So it's very important that you try to keep calm. And if you are worried, as I said, get a guide who can take you around. And also myself, I'm a travel consultant. So if you have any need of advice, I can help you so that you feel comfortable and safe while traveling. Another safety tip is that the moment you think something is going wrong, something might be not okay, act. I have seen so many travelers Like they're telling me then, yeah, but you know, Sinja, someone has mixed something in my drink, here. Of course, it can happen, and maybe it might be too late, and I'm thinking things can happen, but they can happen anywhere in this world. Anywhere where you travel in a big city. So it can happen, of course. But apart from the fact that you have to be aware of your surroundings, and of course, don't leave your drinks open, it can still happen. Like if it's meant to be, like it will happen. But when something happens and you feel like something is wrong, please act. Go. First thing is walk away. Get a taxi to take you straight to your hotel. Ask for help. Like go to official people. Like go and ask the security guy or the manager of the hotel or someone who is around who can help you. And someone maybe who is an official person, not just any random person in the streets who then might take advantage of you. So the most important thing is please act. I had a similar situation myself once while I was traveling, and it was in Nairobi actually, and I only had like 2 beer, and then I felt from one to the other, I was on the toilet and I felt like a bit shaken. I'm like, no, I cannot be drunk because of 2 beer. And I was there with a guy, and then I was like, okay, I don't know that guy that well, and maybe it wasn't even him, maybe it was someone else, but doesn't matter. So I immediately called Uber. I told him, you know, something has come up, a friend called me, I'm going home. I just went home to make sure I'm safe and I can sleep home, because whatever happens, at least I'm not outside with a stranger or outside in public. I am in a safe space. So that is one of the most important things for you to do. Then on top, in case of something really bad happens and you need more assistance, you can call the hotline in Kenya, which is 999, and they will come. That is for ambulance, the emergencies. So there's also one for the police, which is 112. But here I'm a bit worried because of the police, the way it works here in Kenya. Sometimes you call them, but they might not end up calling. So maybe going straight to the police, it's maybe easier. You call an Uber or a taxi, and then you get to the next hospital yourself, or you go straight to the police in case you want to report a case. Yeah, that's just out of my personal opinion. I once went in a situation and the police never showed up. Apart from not even picking the calls. So this can happen. But the ambulance, the 999, we tried and it worked. And additionally, in case of emergency, if it's something like your health, there's also something I recommend to all my clients who are traveling alone or who are traveling especially the off path in Kenya or northern Kenya, or maybe who are pregnant. So apart from your own medical insurance you need to get before you come to Kenya, it's also very important you can get another one on top, which is AMREF Flying Doctor, which is the health insurance. In case of an emergency, they will come and pick you with a helicopter wherever you are. Then my third chapter is how can you be confident like yourself and also convince your parents that everything is fine and everything is organized. I know that's most likely the hardest part. So for myself, what helped, number one, I stopped listening and scrolling through YouTube and checking out attacks in Kenya and reading embassies, because they will only scare you even more and more. I also stopped listening to friends who are telling me, you know what, Kenya is not safe. How can you travel there alone as a woman and in general? So I stopped listening to such people and focused myself on how can I be safe. And I got someone involved myself. When I traveled to Kenya the first time, I got an organization who helped me to travel to Kenya as a volunteer that time. And also for everyone who's watching to this up to this point, then I'm offering for you as well a free consultation with me where I can guide you through the most important steps while planning your trip. Because it's also so important that you know someone who is in the country and who can help you in case of something happens. I am here. And I have my tour operators, like I have partners I work with, and so to make sure that you are safe. So I think that's one of the most important steps. Number 2, the planning. You have to be sure that everything is well set and organized. If everything is organized, I'm sure you are calm down. And then it's also how you can show proof to your parents or your boyfriend that you know what's happening. You have someone on the ground and everything is planned. You're working with professionals, so there's no reason to freak out. And another thing is to come up additionally, because still that makes feel the parents like, yes, but I don't know where you are, and when can I see you, and do you even have internet? So all these things are possible, and yes, we do have internet here. You can just get a local SIM card, you buy bundles, and then you are online and you have internet almost everywhere, wherever you go. Not unless you're in the deepest in Masai Mara. So what has helped me with my friends, and I'm doing that even now with a friend of mine here, wherever I travel. So we downloaded an app. It's called Life 360. And I am sure there are so many different apps out there which are similar. So you don't have to go with that specific app. You can choose your own app. But the app Life 360, what allows us is that we registered, like she invited me there as a friend, as one of her contacts. So everywhere I travel, she sees me and I see her as well. It's more like via GPS, like it tracks my location. So whenever I have network, it's updating the phone where I have been last. So in case of anything, your parents can every minute check on you where you are. Another thing, it's just a small thing, but who knows, and it just takes you 1 minute and it could save lives, is to save your emergency contact on your phone, in your contacts. And additionally, the safari company you travel with, or your contact person in Nairobi, share with them your emergency contact number, so that in case of anything, they know what to do, who to contact, and also your insurance details, so that you are safe while you're traveling. Okay, I hope these tips helped you. I'm enjoying now my last day in Malindi as I'm traveling back to Nairobi, and then I'm going for a big road trip where I'll be traveling through Kenya for 5 or 6 weeks. We have not yet decided exactly how long, with a client of mine, because I also travel with clients. And yeah, let me enjoy my last day here. I'm already crying to leave such a beautiful place. Yeah, but anyway, I see you guys in my next videos.